should I work per day? Great question. A lot of us might be asking, where did this 8 hours per day come from in the first place? Like, who decided that we needed to work 8 hours in a day? Who did that? Henry Ford. But, in reality, yeah, that's like 24 divided by 3 is 8. But should I work 8 hours per day? Should I work 16 hours per day? Heck, should I work 18 hours in a day? What's the most efficient use of my time? Stay tuned. That's a great question. And you know what? We're going to get to it. Okay, so now that you've thought about, 8 hours a day, I'll give you a quick story. So I actually worked at my first company. It was scientific consulting. So we had this metric called utilization. And what that meant was it was the number of hours you're billing a client. So this is like saying, company A asked us to review a product, a device, a situation that happened, some failure. And we have to make an expert report. In that report, we actually go through and do research. We look at the device. We look at what happened, the situation. We might read documentation, a whole plethora of things we do on that case. Anything we do for that client, for that case, was considered a billable hour because it's hours you can bill back to the client. Lawyers use this kind of method, a billable hour. And if you didn't use the case, like let's say you went to lunch, you hung out. So you did a 2-hour lunch. Now, if you took a bathroom break, like I'm a human, I need a bathroom break. Why can't I? Like I'm just working, right? I'm still on the same topic. But for the most part, there was definitely breaks in your day that did not count. Let's say someone came to ask you a question about another project. And if it's like a 1-2 minute question, not a big deal. But if it's like 30 minutes, you can no longer bill your client, that's for sure, because you're doing something completely different or something else for some other client, in fact. So a billable hour. Well, the target there was actually to use 75% utilization. What does that mean? That means about 6 hours a day should be billing a client. And to be honest, there's a lot of research out there, and I'll add some in the description, that says 6 hours a day of actual creative or actual mind work is a lot of work. You've heard of the 4-hour work week and some other things like get all your work done in 2 hours per day. In reality, it's because most of us knowledge workers, and myself included, can't really output 8 hours of knowledge work per day. That's actually really hard on the brain. Not email checking, sitting in meetings, checking off like some simple tasks. I'm talking about real knowledge work, problem solving, diving deep into an issue, researching, writing like really complex thoughts down, or, tackling different discussion sets. That's not easy. There are some easier tasks that you can do, but like real thought work takes time. And to be honest, there's only a couple times where I could do real thought work for more than 6, 8, 12 hours a day. And normally I'm in a flow. And if any of you have been in that flow, you know what I mean. When you're in flow, you can work forever. You can work overnight. You can just work because like your brain is like, it's like hooked in, almost like you're like in the matrix and you're hooked in and like everything makes sense. And then you wake up, like you're coding and you're in it and you get it, and all the variables are making sense. The data sets are making sense. You know what you need. All your functions are in your mind. It's like everything is currently in the forefront of your mind, like your RAM. It's right in the front, and you know exactly what you want to do. You're in flow. Easily could work 8 hours in flow. Flow is not natural, and I think if you worked in flow for too many hours, you might have a different experience. But I definitely know that there's only sometimes I can work the 8+ hours. And that flow state is to me not a natural state to be in all the time. It's a great state to be in, but not all the time. So I would say 6 hours is a pretty long work day of doing actual work. Now, once again, not just sending random emails, not real email, but just, yes, I got it. Respond, Slack report. I see you. Here's a doc that you're looking for. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about sitting down, working through a problem set for a client, understanding what the requirements doc says, going through and actually coding something in. That is not easy. And I think 6 hours of work per day, for me, especially when I was managing, was sufficient, absolutely sufficient. You can give me 6 real hours, not email checking hours, not Slack sending hours. You can give me 6 real hours per day of you working on your project, or like for us at the business. Thank you. You can go home now. It's beautiful. So Hopefully that answered your questions. I would love to hear your comments in the chat. Tell me what you think. Is 6 hours too long? Is it too short? Am I being ridiculous? If you're a manager, do you agree that if your employee worked 6 good hours, that they're done? Okay, let me know. Subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you all later. This is PTO Coaching. My name is Crystal Bray, and I'm signing off.